Hey guys, it's the Redstone Wizard here again, bringing you another episode of, I think I'm just going to call this Let's Learn Some Redstone. This is episode 2, and time to work with another redstone component. Now, we're still doing things with just redstone lines, so we're going to be learning the repeater. Now, like I said, we're going to be learning how to use the repeater. Now, while editing the last video and starting on this one immediately, I noticed I forgot to mention one thing. How do you get redstone ore? How do you get redstone dust? Well, to get redstone dust is you have to mine this with a iron pick or grater, which means iron, gold, or diamond, and when the nether update happens, netherite. In other words, to get this, you have to go mining, or you can use killing witches to get dust, or you can trade with a cleric to get dust. But yeah, that's an entirely different beast. In fact, the easiest way to get it is just to mine. So let's take a look at what we need to actually build a repeater. Okay, first off, you have to have a full crafting grid, which means you need to have it in a crafting table. Now, I have it set up on the bottom, but you can actually move it up one. But you need 3 smooth stone, 3 regular stone. And there's a difference between smooth stone and regular stone. This is stone. To get stone, you either use a silk touch and get it this way, or you smelt cobblestone. Your choice. Sometimes early game, smelting cobblestone is the only way to do it. Then you need 2 redstone torches and a piece of redstone. So for this entire thing, you need 3 redstone dust, 2 sticks, and 3 pieces of stone. Here's your crafting recipe for, well, a redstone torch. 1 stick and a dust on top. It can be done in any crafting grid as long as the dust is right above the torch, directly above. So you can put it there or there. Okay, now that we got that covered, now let's head back up to here. Now, this right here is a lot longer than the last one. In fact, from here to here is 16. From here to the first one is 15. Now, what repeaters do is their primary function for most of us, we have 2 things. One is what most people use them for, is to increase the signal strength out more blocks. No matter what signal strength this gets, it's going to put out a signal strength of 15. It doesn't matter. 15, either way, 1 in, 15 out. 0 in, 0 out. So as long as it gets at least 1, it's going to produce a signal strength of 15. So let's flip that off, and yes, it works only this way, because I just have these at the bare minimum, so I can actually just show you guys. But yeah, there's other besides just the standard connection. There's other ways to connect it, like this one. This one we have right here. If I power this, and come down here, as you can see, the repeater is on and the dust is continuing. You don't have to have it connected directly, because I have it going in from a block to there to there. Repeaters are classified as hard powering. Dust soft powers, repeaters hard power. Hard power means another device, another thing, can take the signal that this is putting out and transmit it further. So you can take a repeater, stick a repeater there, and it'll continue to power. Soft power says it needs something to pull the signal from the block before. Repeaters pull and push. So these hard power, these soft power. Now, For those for those that don't know, and so I figure, well, I'm just going to do this just so that I can do other things. Well, it doesn't power because that block isn't getting powered. So this will never work. So let's turn that off. But let's say you have that turn over here, and this is just representing without the turn because I just didn't feel like making the turn. We can pull the signal from this block that's getting powered by the dust and continue to send it forward more. So, like I said, it's all based on how you have it set up. Now here, we have 2 lines of repeaters with dust on the bottom. Now, if you look at this, you're like, okay, let's see here. I know the bottom ones will get powered. I don't think the top ones will. And you're right, the top ones will not get powered because there's no because they don't pull signals down from the bottom up. They only pull from the block next to them. So these will never get powered. So that's very important to know. They pull from the block behind them or the dust behind them, or depending on what it's being used as, and send it forward. And they only go in one direction. So if I take and stick a, let's just set a repeater here, a block, dust, and I'm just going to put dust here. Let me get a lever real fast. I am soft powering this dust because I don't want it to touch that dust. And like I said, they only go in one direction. So now if I power this, if I now power this, that dust is lit, but the repeater's not. For those that actually know actual electrical components, this is a diode. One way in, one way out. That's it. Just one way. Now, here's another thing. We have 3 different game timings. We have 0 redstone ticks, 1 redstone tick, 2, 3, and 4. Now, it's all depending on how it's set up. You can increase the redstone ticks by adding more repeaters. But remember, dust doesn't add any delay. Repeaters do. Dust does not, repeaters do. That's why it's 0 redstone ticks. So if we turn it on, you're going to notice that it's going to happen fast. But they all went in succession. 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, utilizing this, you can actually set up things like pistons to fire off in a certain order. Which, on Java, it's not as much of a big deal because of the non-randomization of when pistons fire. But on Bedrock, we need to control things like that. We need our builds may be bulkier to get the same effect that that Java has, but it's possible to utilize repeaters to control when pistons fire and what order they fire. Now, this is absolutely ridiculous, and I don't do it. Because I find it because I don't find the need to do it. But you can actually create Redstone Towers, ladders, using repeaters. Ups and downs, and they will only go one way. But it's pretty much a block, you pretty much stagger them like this. 2 with the repeater, and 2, you just keep staggering them. And based on how you face the repeaters, it's either going to go up or it's going to go down. This one I have going down because of how I have the repeater set. This one I have going up, again, because of how I have the repeaters set. It's a little more difficult to go down than up, because actually it's easier to go down than up, because when you set it here and you go here and you place a repeater, this dust is getting powered, which is going to create a clock. So you'll have to with that you have to get creative. So I don't no one builds towers out of repeaters because it is not useful. But it's possible. You could do it. And this is an old feature in it. Still works. I use it. But it's called a locking repeater. You power a repeater from the side with either a repeater or a comparator, and it's going to lock. If you look here, you got this bar here. And even though it's getting powered from this block, it doesn't have any power. And if I turn it off, we get a quick pulse. In fact, I can actually do the pulse a little faster. See, it's getting turned off at the same time, so you have to have a slight delay. And I can have it where it will stay on for a little longer, based on the delay too. But yeah, that's beside the point. But yeah, so quick review of repeaters. Typically used for one of two things: either to extend your signal to send it way off into the distance, or to cause delay in your circuitry. Now many different ways of doing it. You can also use them for clocks, but there's better clocks around. But you can use them for clocks. You can delay it. You can cause the delay using clocks and adjust it slowly, fixing it, so on and so forth. But that's a completely different beast. They can't power from anywhere except from a block that is that their bottom is touching, or directly connected to dust. They're a one-way transport of redstone signal, and they boost the signal up to 15. So, I hope you guys like this video. And if you liked it, leave a like. Comments for any questions. You can join my Discord, which I do stay fairly active on. Any questions, please. Actually, please, with any major questions, I can have a lot of information needed to be conveyed. Please do it on my Discord. It is so much easier for me to actually get more details and interact with you so that I'll be able to answer those questions. If you want to support me, subscribe or join my Patreon. Links in the description. But you guys, this is the Redstone Wizard. Enjoy building.